Alright, we're gonna do some mite checks today. I got all my stuff. I'm gonna do it a little bit different. We got over 30 hives to do, so I'm gonna do it a little quicker than I would if I had 2 or 3 hives. But a lot of times beekeepers that's got a lot of hives will just check 2 or 3 and then treat accordingly. But I've already treated. I just want to see if everything's worked, and I want to get a mite count on each hive. I've got my marker. If I can show you everything. Got a marker to mark the hives with. I've got a half cup scoop. Got my easy check. Hive tool, 91% isopropyl alcohol. Got my smoker. And then I've got something to strain the mites out with between each hive. So we're gonna see how this works. Try and speed it up a little bit this time. But I need to get a mite check on all these hives. Mite count, I guess I should say. You want to make sure that your treatment worked. This is the thing that a lot of beekeepers don't do. They don't actually go back and check. They either don't check and don't treat, or they treat and then don't check. And some of your hives are still going to may need some extra work. And it's really cool that we've got a way that we can tell if they need extra work or not, or extra treatment. If they do need treatment, I'll probably come back with Apiguard. Not use that. Weather's cooled off now, so I might use some Apiguard. Let's get this separated. They're showing a little bit of signs of robbing today. So this might not last too long. Alright, I'm going to go straight for the middle. I don't normally do this, but I am today because I don't have all day to check all these hives. Alright, I got larvae, eggs, catbird on the outside's house shouting, and she's refilling it with eggs and larvae. So this is full of eggs. I'm going to double check, make sure the queen's not on this frame, and then I'm going to dump them and check them. Most of my queens are marked, but you can never be 100% sure that they haven't replaced her, or that you might have a queen that's not marked now. This queen is doing really good. I definitely don't want to get her in this alcohol wash and kill her. Alright, I don't see her. I'll go ahead and get this opened up, get everything ready before I dump these in here. Brand new container of alcohol. A lot of people are using Dawn dishwashing liquid, and it seems like it's working pretty good. But I know this works, so that's what I'm going to use. If I can get it open. Try to get it right up to the bottom of my container that's gonna hold the bees. And then it's got a line in the container too to show you how many bees it get. One more check for the queen. I don't see her, so I'm just gonna dump them right here. Half a cup. And then you want to swirl them. I say to swirl them for a minute. We'll see. See how it goes. I'll put the rest of these back in here. Well, the nurse bees don't fly, so you always get the nurse bees, they crawl. That's what's going to have the mites on them if they've got mites. Got 5 mites so far. So this one's going to need some kind of additional treatment. It's too many. Three is I see different thresholds. 3 is a threshold I like to use. If there's more than 3 in a 300 bee sample, that's a 1% infestation. If I see more than 3, I want to try to get them down below that. It's the biggest reason your bees are going to die through the winter. There's 3 reasons they're going to die this winter. Cold is not one of them. They're going to die because they've got a mite load, probably 80%, because their mites are too high and the viruses they bring with them. They're going to die because you've got a bad queen and she's just not able to manage the hive and lay enough eggs and do what she needs to do. Or they're going to die because of lack of nutrition. You have enough nutrition, they're not going to be healthy because they're either lacking stores or lack stores at one time or don't have enough, and you take care of that by feeding. That's the 3 reasons your bees, if they're not going to make it through the winter, that's why. All right, I'm going to check one more time. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. Still got about 5. Got 5 mites. I don't know if you can see it. The oval shaped is the mites. So I've got 5 mites in this count, so I'm gonna mark it on the cover and then I'll probably come back and do something with them a little later. I can see that all the way down there. Let's do it. Point up there. I've just got an old water jug my son used. It got busted, and I've got a nylon cloth. So there you can see a mite there. Where are you? See a mite there on the top on the screen already. And once they're strained out, I can just pour it back in here. Ready for the next sample. little tighter with this feeder in them. So it don't give you as much room to play. So I don't want to pull one out of the middle with not any more room than that. So I'm gonna take the feeder out. I'll make me some room for a frame in the middle. This has got brood and larva. I check for the queen. I don't see the queen. And check twice. Do not see her. Give me a half cup of bees. And then dump the rest back in there. I'll go ahead and close these back up. Yeah. Put our feeder back in. And put our lid on in this hive. Bug dot's gonna be bug. And this is mite horse number 2. The alcohol, it seems, I've never tried the Dawn dish soap, but the alcohol works really quick. Usually they say you're supposed to do it for a minute, but whatever I see in the first few seconds is usually about all I end up with. I see one in this one. Okay, now I see 3, so we keep going. I guess the idea is to sling the mites to the outside because the bees are in that perforated cut. And slinging the mites out. I still see 3 in this one. I'm gonna call this one a 3. This will give you good information too. Throw it on a lid, it'll still be there next year. This hive makes it or doesn't make it. I don't know what the mite count was on September 23rd. So you can see a pattern. If you get a bunch of 3s and they die in the wintertime, you'll know not to let them slide by with a 3 next year. Yeah, I'm calling that one a 3. All right, next one was a combo hive too. These are off. It was one we added a top to. Might not have done much with this top. got a super for a top. And it's got honey up here. So it's not going to be a very good sample. To take one out of that, so we might set that down and go ahead into the bottom box. I make all the room we can for pulling one up out of the middle. I leave my space to the outside, so they got plenty of room. I can move them out. Okay, we got this good brood frame. Looking for the queen. And I see her. So I know where the queen is. Hopefully you can see her on there. Where we at? It's hard to see in this bright sunlight, but she's right there with the yellow dot. So I know I got the queen on this one, so I can get another frame. Be good. We'll put her on top of the other box. I don't really have to look for her. I got a good brood frame. Know where she's at. Alright, I forgot to rinse out my box. We know we had 3 in there. You know the queen's on this frame with a yellow dot. See if I can spot her, make sure where I put her in here. Yep, right there. And put my room back to the outside. My upper box back on. The solid queen has yellow, and then we'll put the mount count on there. We know we had 3. I didn't clean it out, but we know we had 3 from the forest before. So we'll see how many more we get. Add that on for this one. Count on this one. Counting 4 now. That would only be one mite. Not too bad for this time of year. Last time at this time of year, before I treated it, I was getting counts of anywhere from 10 to 20. So I think my treatments have worked, it looks like. One, two. Yeah, I'm not getting any more. I'm gonna call this one a 1. Yeah, still counting 4 mites. I'm gonna call this one a 1. 1 mite. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and strain this out. I'm gonna add a little bit, get our level back up. This is showing little signs of moisture on it where they're getting the fall honey in. They're getting a goldenrod. I don't know if you heard that. That's just kind of far away. But they're getting a goldenrod in. This one's showing signs of moisture on the top. So we need to put our stick back in so they can ventilate it. A highly technical piece of beekeeping equipment. Stick ready. Shoot fire out. Alright, I'm gonna take the feeder out of here to give us some room. They really glue this stuff together in the fall of the year. Just took a big chunk out of the frame because it was so well glued together. All right, another perfect frame for a sample. Check for the queen. Got eggs and brood of all stages. I see pollen on a bee there in the center. Don't see the queen. I think we're good. Should be a lot easier to see probably in here if she was in here. So you can check again in here. Give them a quick shake. Put my feeder back. And put my lid back on and then add the magic stick. Alright, I strained this one, so this will be I'm gonna be counting bees from another hive. Oh crap. This one's infested. Where are we at? I think I see that in there. There's several. I hope you can see that. Several mites in this one, so this one definitely needs something done with. So this is one that wouldn't make it through the wintertime if we left it like that. But you don't know if you don't check. And again, those showed up almost right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 25. I can't hardly count them or something. I've got notes on the top here. Queen rate, 5 frames, field feeder. Doesn't say anything about mite strips. So I think I've got some mite strips down here, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and add them. Alright, I've added 2 mite strips to take care of the mite issue, and I put the date on them so I know when they come out. Put my stick back in here. Fill up. Alright, that's just some leftover when I treated. I thought I treated all these hives, but it doesn't show on that one. AVS is what I wrote on the rest of them, 2 apivar strips. The next one says added 4 frames of brood and honey, added apivar strips on the 816. So 816, 916, we can probably go ahead and take that out now. All right, we got everything's ready. I'm gonna put some more stuff in the smoker because it's trying to blow fire. All right, leaves are already starting to fall, so I just got me some leaves and put in here. Those wood shavings are good off the planer, but it likes to catch them all on fire and then start blowing fire out, and we don't need that. All right, where's my hive tool? Okay, there's our apivar strip. So this one should have very few mites. I'll take this out. We'll take our feeder out just to make a little room. All right, got us a good frame. Got some bees with pollen on it. Some kind of orangish pollen, looks like. Got some nurse bees. I see some fuzzy bees on here, which means they're nurse bees. Several bees with pollen on them. Don't see a sign of the queen. Seen some drone brood on this one. Don't see the queen, so we're good. Okay, we're gonna check again for the queen. I don't see her. Just have to cut and cover them up. Dump the rest back in the hive. And then go ahead and close them up. We got 2 mites. Three mites. Yeah, I might call him good. Got 3 mites on this one. Three mites on 923 and remove the apivar strip. So I'm gonna do one more. We go down here and strain this out. We'll do one more and then we'll call it good for the video. All right, I got my container cleaned out, and I think I'm ready for another check. So split, added a queen cell, eggs and brood queen right on 729. Up here where you can see. Got my magic stick on this one. We'll probably stop after this one and take a break, as I might be getting a little bit of robin started. I see some extra bees flying around. All right, we got a skid brood frame out of the middle. See cat brood, larva, eggs. Got the honeycomb and all kind of pollen around the top. Don't see the queen. Good cat brood. On this side. Don't see the queen, so I think we're good. Check again in here for the queen. Don't see her. Go ahead and put our hive back together, and then we'll check that. Be our last check. Might check for now. Need to get down here with the mower. Do some mowing. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hives. We made a little bit of progress, and we found out some things we really needed to know. And we took care of it. So all we're trying to do is give our bees the best chance to make it through the winter. I'll say it again, I'll keep saying it. If you're a beekeeper, you're gonna lose hives. You're gonna have hives that die for whatever reason. I think a lot of times just because a queen runs out of sperm maybe, or just not a good queen, or bad genetics or whatever. But there's just no way to avoid it. Any beekeeper is gonna lose hives, but we try to do everything we can to prevent it. Try to, I can check for mites. We got a good way to check for mites now. I can find out if they got mites, and I can try to do something about it. And if one thing don't work, I can do something else. There's more than one way to treat them. I only see one in this one. I don't have a record of it being treated, but I only see one mite. I don't see any on that one, so I'm gonna call this one good. It makes me wonder if there's not mite strip in there that I missed. I might check that bottom box just to make sure there ain't a mite strip still left in there. Yeah, I don't have any mites on that one that I can see. I did see one earlier, so I'm gonna call it one. Check the bottom real quick. Yeah, there's no mite strips in it. So either we treated it and took them out and just didn't mark it, or they haven't been treated and they're doing fine. So we'll leave them for now. We'll come back and check them later on in the year, not anytime soon. One mite on 923. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I was gonna go ahead and do some more off camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I'm worried about the bees robbing. I can always tell when there's a little bit of robbing going on because they're flying around. I got screen bottom boards, and I got bees flying around the bottom of the hive because they smell the honey and stuff in the hive, but they don't know how to get in there. They don't realize it's the same as their hive. Thank goodness. So I don't want to get robbing started. They are bringing stuff in today. I feel pretty good about their bringing in goldenrod. Might walk over here and just see if I got a little bit of goldenrod here close. But they are bringing in goldenrod and they're bringing in pollen, so I'm happy with what they're doing, and I'm happy even if we've got to check and find some. I'm happy that we found them and did something about it. Hopefully you can see those bees there as they are on the goldenrod. I see some other plants around here, and they're on them just about like this one. So anyway, that'll do it for this video. If you got any comments or questions, leave them below. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.